Well, I told you guys I had something really beautiful, something really special I wanted to show you. This is my very first Sig Sauer 1911. I always wanted to try out a Sig Sauer 1911 because I am a Sig Sauer fan, as you guys know. But I haven't had one of their 1911 platforms. And when I seen this Nightmare, actually the first time I seen one, I was working and a customer had ordered one, and we ordered one from the distributor, and it came to the shop, and we opened the box and I looked at it. I said, that is probably the friggin' sexiest 1911 I've seen so far. It has the contrast that I've always wanted, always liked. I love the black and the silver. That's my weakness. You know, black frame, black slide, silver bushing, silver recoil plug, stainless barrel. I mean, it's just so beautiful. And these are not cheap. They can go from between I'd say about $10.95 up to like $11.95, maybe a little over $12, depending on where you go. And it's fortunate that I do work at a gun shop, so I'll get it, you know, cheaper than that. That's one of the perks of working here. That's nice. But, you know, in the same way, the more money it's weird. The more money you save, the more money you spend. So now that you get things cheaper, you buy it, you spend more. You actually spend more money. That's usually the way it works out. But it brings a lot of happiness, okay? I put exactly 150 rounds through it. There was a little issue when I first bought it. I was going to show you this gun about 2 weeks ago, but I was so impressed by how nice it shot. I said, well, the issue it's having really isn't a big deal. I'm sure Sig Sauer will take care of it. So I sent it to Sig Sauer, and they took care of it. They fixed exactly what was wrong with it. The brass was coming back and hitting me in the forehead, no, the 1911 shouldn't do that. If your 1911 does that, there's something wrong with your extractor. It needs an adjustment. I mean, some people don't care, they just deal with it, but you can get that fixed. You don't have to have that, you know. What else was it doing? Oh, and the slide was locking back prematurely. Just locking back randomly. So it's all fixed. They put a 50 rounds through it. I put 150 rounds through it. So there's 200 rounds to it. I know they fixed it because when I shot it, the brass was uniformly going perfectly in the same direction. Now, I hear a lot of good things about Sig Sauer 1911s. My Mr. 45 Bullets got one. He has no issues. My buddy Jimmy got one. He's got hundreds of rounds through it. He has not failed and had no issues. And what I hear about the Sig 1911s is there's no MIM parts. Now I don't know how true that is. That's internet hearsay. It might be true. I didn't look into it, so I can't tell you definitely true. If you don't know what a MIM part is, a lot of these big gun companies like Kimber and I hate to say it, Colt, they're putting, not a lot, but they are putting MIM parts in their guns. And you'll hear people say, oh, MIM parts today are no problem. You know, the material's stronger than it used to be. Well, I'd rather not have any MIM parts in my gun, okay? A MIM part stands for MIM, it stands for metal injected molding. It's a chemical they mixed, it turns into like a soft paste, and it gets injected into a mold, which means it's like cast, it's poured in, so there's porosity in there. It's not as strong as milled out from a bar of steel. It's not as strong. But it's not a big issue. I mean, probably 70% of the guns have MIM parts in them now. I mean, they're cheaper. It's faster. They can make the guns faster. But what I understand is Sig Sauer supposedly doesn't have any. Usually, I could spot one a mile away. You'll see a line. If you look at a part like let me show you that this is safe. Okay. Like say the hammer, or say the thumb safety. If you look at your thumb safety, you'll see like a real light line going around it. Like you'll see it come up and go around it. That's like the sandwich of the mold where it squeezes together. You'll see a fine line going all the way around it. If you see that, that's a MIM part. It's not a big deal, but I don't see any on this gun. There's no lines around this thumb safety that I can see. There might be. Looks like there. I don't know. I don't see any. Usually you'll see it start here and go around. But like I said, the thumb safety MIM part's not a problem. It's not under a lot of stress. It ain't a big deal. But when they start making MIM parts out of the sear and the connector and all, that's not good, man. Them parts get slammed and rammed, and you want them to be hard bar steel. That's what you want. Anyway, enough of that. So far, I love the performance of it. It shoots beautiful. It looks amazing. And what I did was, to give it a really good test, is I used 2 different kinds of ammo, 2 different brands of ammo, and I'd load 3 different magazines like this. Load them up, and just run one after the other. It ran the Wilson Combat, ran the Mech-Gar, and there's Sig Sauer, their magazine, whatever that is. It looks like a, I don't know, Kimper Attack Mag or something like that. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure what it is. So what I would do is just fill these magazines up and continuously put one in after the other, and just go round and round and round and round and round, and the gun just kept on going. Ran like a sewing machine. Ran all the different mags, all the different ammo. Shot extremely accurate. Like right now, like I'm pinpoint on with my Glock right now because I've been shooting it so much. So I got to get used to 1911s again. So I just got to shoot it a little bit more. We'll definitely do a range video on this. But this is something beautiful, and I wanted to show you guys. I know you 1911 guys really appreciate this nightmare. Fantastic trigger, of course. Fit and finish to the frame. It's very good. It's got night sights. Looks like Novak night sights on there. The way they're shaped, I don't know. Trigger is absolutely beautiful. It's got a nice soft cushion, and it breaks. There's no grittiness, no grinding, no creeping. Just kind of smush and break. It's really, really nice. You see, Sig Sauer has a unique shape to their 1911s. They're more squared off. When they first came out, I thought they looked weird, but now that they've been around a while, I think they kind of it looks good. This is the commander size, so this is the exact same size as my Ed Brown Cobra carry. And you might think that's the same gun. Why would you do that? No, it's not. It's a whole different gun. It's a Sig. It's a different style. And the Ed Brown's, it's in a class all by itself. This is a high production gun here. But from what I can see, extremely high quality. Now, on the later, if you'll notice the trigger, if you hold it this way, it looks like the top of a, if you can see that, the trigger looks like a top of a Gladiator helmet. I don't know if it's meant to look like that, but when I was looking at mine, the older Nightmares, like from 2012, 2013, the triggers are a different skeletonized style, which are pretty nice. But this, I think, these are, if you buy one, a late model, you'll have one with this style trigger, skeleton, and I think that looks a little nicer, just like the style of it. Very impressive. Another thing, a flush chrome barrel with a bushing. See that? That's an upgrade right there. You don't see that much. It's supposed to improve accuracy. I mean, it's not, you know, I don't know how much more accurate you're going to notice, but it does look better. It's a more finished look to it. It's nice and flush, and it's crowned like a Nighthawk Custom. Something else I've never seen before is the recoil spring plug has no checkering on it, which I love. You don't need checkering on the recoil spring. So when you clean it, all the dirt comes out. No dirt gets caught in between the checkering. That thing is meant to be just pushed on. Not, you don't need traction on there. There's no reason to put checkering on there. So Sig, as you can see, did not. It's just nice and smooth. That's pretty neat. So it's easy to make it look nice and clean and make the gun look beautiful when you're done cleaning it. What's the name? G10 style grips. So you don't have to upgrade the grips. They're not plastic. They're G10. They're beautiful. They have Sig Sauer inscribed on them. They're black. Love it. The checkering's very aggressive. Lots of checkering per square inch on the front strap. It's very, very fine. And when you wrap your hand around the gun, it is stuck there, and that's what you want to feel. Same with the rear. Beautiful serrations on the rear. Another thing, mainspring housing is steel. Thank you for that. Okay, and this is a bobbed hammer, as you can see, which is the Ed Brown style. They call it a fastback at Sig Sauer. They can't call it a bobbed hammer because they have a patent on it. So they call this is the fastback. That's a cool name. Pretty cool. Everything looks fantastic. The mainspring and the mainspring housing is nice and strong. You want to feel that nice. When you pull that hammer back, you want to feel a lot of resistance. When a hammer comes back real easy and real light, it's got a cheap spring in it, or the spring's too light. You could get light primer strikes. You don't want that. So always a good 1911 has a nice tense hammer when you pull it back. Okay, it has an extended external extractor. A lot of guys don't like that. Well, here's the thing. The internal extractors are easier to replace, but they might have to be fitted by a gunsmith. The external extractors, which you can see here, and it has the roll pin, which I hate because now you need tools to replace a part. But at the same breath, what I heard, there's no fitting with an external extractor. It just drops in and it's ready to go, and it's already on the right angle and everything. That's what I hear. I don't know. So if that's true, it's it's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? But feels just like a Remington. Feels like silk. Feels like glass when you pull the slide back. The way everything's lining up real nice. When you shoot it, you don't feel any clanging. There's no clanging at all. It's just a nice solid pop, like a high-quality 1911 should feel. That's all I can tell you. I was a little, frustrated in the beginning when I first got it. You guys know how I am, but I'm starting to learn. When you buy a gun today, especially a gun like a 1911 that has to be made a specific way, you might have issues. You might have to send it back. Just already assume that. This way, if it happens, it won't freak you out. But it's not a big deal. I was without my gun for a week. They had it back in a week. Emailed me a prepaid label, and it was no inconvenience. Gave it to a FedEx guy, boom, boom, came back right to my house, bang, done. It was very convenient. So, and I ended up getting my gun even more fine-tuned. So, they did a good job. So I'm going to thank Sig Sauer for their wonderful customer service, and Josh over there for being patient with me because of my OCD-ness. I want to show you something else. I know that this camera, every 15 minutes, it stops. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. So while I'm here, I just want to show you something else real quick. I'm really getting into these lights. I got another light from Through Night. Look at this thing. Okay, the camera might shut off in a bit, so I'll just have to turn it back on. This is called the Catapult 5. This is their latest industrial flashlight. It's very industrial. It's super heavy duty. They gave me the okay to torture test it. They said you can throw it, you can shoot it, throw it underwater. He goes, blast it shoot it with your pistol. I said, well, I would love to do that, but I really don't want to do this to this one because I like this. I use this for personal use. So I think they're going to send me another one to do a torture test for you guys to show you how durable these are. But I've been using it and playing around with it. It has 1500 lumens. It's extremely bright. It has this diffuser on here, and this can come off, or you can leave it on. You can open the hatch like that, leave the diffuser on, and just open and close it and use it like that. It's a very, very bright light. It's so bright it might damage my camera. I don't know if it would or not. And you got different settings. The button in the back is the on and off switch. The button in the front is the settings. So you got low, 1, 2, 3, and then it has a strobe too. Here you go. You just hold it in, it strobes. This is really, really cool. This one. I was never into flashlights till I got my first powerful one. Then I got on the kick of getting these. This could be used like a weapon. As you can see, it's slim here, so you can get your fist around it tight, and you could use it as a weapon if you had to. If you don't like the diffuser, all you do is open this little latch right here, and it just kind of twists right off. Damn, that's how you want it. You want it tight. And there's a close-up of it. Really beautiful light. Of course, LED. It's got a very deep background, so it gives you a lot of distance with the beam. I mean, this beam just goes and goes. When you shine it in the sky, you can see it like bouncing off the clouds. Think I'm kidding you? I have a witness to that. Of course, it takes the 18650 batteries. You know, what I will do with this new Catapult 5 is put their link under the video. Okay, the link will be under the video. Sorry about that, guys. 15 minutes at a time with this camera. This is their newest flashlight. So I'll put the link under the video, and it'll bring you right there if you guys are interested in this. These are very reasonably priced. You would think something like this would be like 300 bucks. Not even friggin' close. It's constructed very durable. I mean, for them to tell me, shoot it, run it over with your truck, and all that shit, they have a lot of confidence in their product. Okay, here's how it comes apart. You just twist it like this. It's all waterproof. You got the O-rings, and they send you extra O-rings. And you see you got the beautiful brass connectors in there, in the head. It gives you great current, it's a great conductor. And then there's your 18650 batteries, am I right on that? Yep, 3.7 volt, 18650 batteries. It only takes 2. So you only need 2 of them. Okay, I think the batteries on this have to go in one way. Let's try, let me flip them around. Now the other light, it didn't matter what way you put them in, and the light worked. And I think this one, they have to go in a certain way. Let's see. Yeah. So you got to make sure your batteries are in the right way with this particular light. Not a big deal. You know what I mean? So let's take them out. And the little plus side up. Comes in a real nice package. You get a what's the name with it? A sheath with it to hold the light if you want to put it on the side of your bed. Nice heavy duty case. It's Velcro. Here's a strap in the back. You can either unstrap it, unsnap it, and adjust it to where you want it. Feed it through. Put it on the side of your bed. If you got one of those units with your gun, put it on the side of your bed, or put it on the side of anything, wherever you can hang it. This is the box it comes in. It comes with extra O-rings for your waterproof. It comes with this has a shorter lanyard, as you can see. The other one came in a real long one. This is a nice short one. That's really nice. And you'll be amazed how much it is. It's not as much as you think it is. And like I said, I'm not going to say is it good quality. Of course it is. Why would they tell me to torture test it? You know, if it was a piece of shit, they wouldn't even mention that. It's a beautiful light, and like I said, I'm not a light guy, but I've held enough of them to know what's crap and what's nice, and this is really nice. It's got the louvers on the head to control the heat. Okay, there's where you put your lanyard on the back. Very nice. Shit hit the fan right here. This is what you want. Very nice. Through night, guiding you through the night. Very nice. What I like about the diffuser, is what this is called. This comes with it. This diffuser, you just slide it on, and you latch it down. Snap your cover. Everything is it feels military. It's overly done. So when you put this on, what this is for is, what I think, because like I'm not an expert on flashlights, what's great about this is you can turn it on and it cuts down the piercing of the beam. So if you're stuck on the side of the road, say you're stuck on the side of the road and you see a police officer, you can like wave them down without blinding them. But it's still bright, but it won't blind your face. It won't, you know, make you distraught when you're driving or cause an accident waving somebody down. That is really cool. So I just wanted to show you that, guys, real quick. And I get neat stuff, man, so I like to share it with you guys. And this is, if I think it's a good price and it's good quality, I'll always share it with you. If not, I'll say no thank you, not interested. That is amazing. This is amazing. So we're definitely going to see the Sig Sauer in action very soon. I should have videoed it when I was there, but I was doing what's the name? A reliability test on it. I just wanted to make sure it was okay and everything was done right. Okay, one more thing before I go. I have another Sig. I don't know what's going on over there, but they fixed it. So, like I said, I'm not bad mouthing anybody. But my Sig P229, the police issued one with the legacy slide. Every once in a while, when I'm taking a shot with it, when I'm shooting with it, it leaves an empty brass casing in the chamber. Are you kidding me? So I'm like, what the hell? So they have that gun right now. I will let you know how that goes also. I hope they fix it. They took care of this one. That Sig Sauer 229, that's a law enforcement gun. That should not do that. I don't know what's wrong. It might be maybe the extractor's not quite a little out of spec, and once in a while pulls most of the brass out. Once in a while you get a piece of brass that's not the size it should be and it can't grab it and pull it out. I don't know. That's what I think it might be. But if you have a extractor that's properly in spec, even though the brass, if it fluctuates a little bit, it should still grab it and pull it out. So I'm saying that's probably what it is. I don't know. But I'll keep you updated on that, because I love that 229, man. That thing is the sweetest shooting 9mm. It's just a great shooting gun. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for checking out my Sig Nightmare. I love it. And this new Catapult 5 from Through Night. Hope you guys like the stuff I showed you. It's cool stuff. And the flyers blow.